Hey everyone, TommyJ here and welcome to my new series, I Show You Games. This series is intended to give you a general impression of a game, so you can decide whether or not it is worth your time and or money, with some of my own opinions thrown in. Today I am here to show you Hotline Miami, which is a single-player top-down perspective action game. So most of the options for Hotline Miami are actually outside of the game in a launcher. There's various resolutions available, there's various languages, there's windowed mode, VSync, and then there's some hardware specific options such as Alienware, which will light up your keyboard in time with sounds and other things in the game, and Rumble, which I assume is for controllers. Now there's also the option to pick between the original or the updated version of the game. So this lets you pick between the original game, which was developed by Dennaton Games, or the updated version, which I believe was done by Abstraction Games. But essentially the updated version allows for leaderboards, some extra resolutions, windowed mode, and various in-game fixes, so I'm on the updated version right now. In-game, there's controls, which aren't rebindable, but you don't really need to because they are just all on your mouse, WASD, shift, or spacebar. And then there is volume, which is just a volume slider for the music, from 0 to 100. The menus are just done with WASD or the arrow keys, and then clicking or spacebar to go into what you want. So, in a Hotline Miami, there are, according to the chapter select screen, up to 15 chapters. Now, a friend told me there were some extra ones at the end. I'm not at the end, I'm only up to chapter 7. So yeah, there may be a bit more, or he may just be a lying dick, who knows? So I feel like at the end of chapter 7 there was some story spoiler stuff, so I'm gonna step it back down to chapter 5. Just so, because I don't really want to spoil anything for the viewers, because of course there is a pretty weird and pretty mysterious story to this game. So yeah, the less I spoil, the better in my opinion. Alrighty, so let's start with the intro. Let's go. So this is Hotline Miami. I'm this little dude. I can spin around as fast as I damn well want. And WSD to move, and if you walk into a door it will open it. So, this is my apartment. And this is my phone. And my phone seems to get some pretty weird calls. So it's always really weird and really cryptic. So pest control problems on 104th Street. Try and handle it as quick and swift as you can. Someone else will clean up after you leave. So that's pretty obviously, well, may not pretty obviously be, but they may or may not have a pest problem, and their problem may or may not be people, which I am on my way to slaughter. So yeah, at this stage in the game, I'm honestly not sure if it's code or if the character is insane and is just killing people for the sake of it. So, there are these masks, right? And each of them changes your playstyle a little bit. So, Tony, you'll punch super fast. Aubrey, a lot more guns will spawn. The horsey here, I don't even want to try and pronounce that because I will screw that up. Lethal doors, so if I open a door into an enemy, it kills them. Walk fast, start with knife, or look further. So I'm going to start with a knife, because wolves are cool. So, combat. It's pretty much left click, swing your knife, and you swing it like an absolute maniac. But you're dead. You're dead. And you kind of want to plan out your path a little bit in this game. So there's a dog patrolling there. Dogs are particularly difficult to deal with, actually. Oh, two guys. Ooh, he almost shot me. That was lucky. And there's a dog. Got it. Yeah, so in this game, there is a limited enemy variety. So far, I've come across 3 different types of enemies. And that's probably all there is. But they do all have different guns and things like that. Now, with certain weapons, you can throw all weapons, but with certain ones, you'll actually kill the enemy if you hit them, like the knife. But if I were to, say, throw a gun at someone, it wouldn't impale them, it would just knock them on the ground, knock their weapon out of their hand, that kind of thing. And there's also some environmental weapons, so there's a pool cue there. And I'm fairly sure that will always spawn there, but I think I'm going to need a gun for this room. And brutally murdered all of them. So the guns in this game do feel quite good, they make pretty good sounds. There's a tiny bit of kickback, like you'll get some sway. Oh. Execute him. Now, I'm probably going to need to use a gun. Now, thankfully, the checkpointing in this game is quite generous. You'll just start on whatever floor you were on when you died, so I don't have to go clear the bottom floor again. this is a bit of a problem. Hopefully they walk forward. Now, the enemies in this game are not the most intelligent. For example, that guy died next to a whole bunch of didn't die. He was knocked down right next to a whole bunch of guns, and yet he chose to pick up a pipe. And also, sometimes they just won't act as like you would normally. So, for example, that guy didn't follow the rest of them, and that may just be a sound range thing. But yeah, that's what I threw away before. So there's ammo in the bottom right. It's on a ranged weapon. I could see that was empty. Let's grab this. 2 out of 2 rounds. You can lock on to enemies using middle mouse button, which can be handy if you're doing things like that. Now let's grab the knife, something to throw. Throw it at that dude because I can't see what weapon he has. Dead. And yeah, as you can see then, I took a shot and the first one hit the door, but the enemy didn't react. So the AI it's not the most impressive, let's just say that. But a lot of the time they will act reasonably intelligent. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. Ooh, and here's a secret. Yeah, there we go, E. So there is collectibles in this game. So if I just go to puzzle right now, here's some letters I've found. So yeah, there's a big puzzle, but I'm fairly sure if I put them into the right spot, it will lock them in there. Yeah, there we go. So I can move it around until it's in the right spot, and now I can't move that E anymore. So yeah, it's a bit of a puzzle, bit of collectibles, which is always handy. Let's get out of here, because I've just murdered everyone. Okay, so at the end of each level, you get kind of this score screen, and pretty much based on how well you do, you get a better score. And there's a whole lot of different components to that score. So, as you can see here, down the bottom, I've unlocked a new weapon, so it's kind of like an XP bar, like leveling up. So currently, I'm on almost 35,000 out of 28,000, so it's given me a new weapon, and the rest will flow over. So I actually did terribly that game. The first time I played through this level, because this is the second time I've played through this chapter, I got almost 43,000 points, and that time I got almost 40, or 35, sorry, numbers. So I got a C ranking, but that does add to the replayability of the game. And yeah, as you can see, unlock new weapons, and there was a bit of an extended list. So in this game, the dialogue, obviously there's no voice acting, so the dialogue is written. And I think that's actually fine, particularly for a game like this, because it does have that mysterious, ominous thing to it. I'm going to accept that word. And yeah, I think adding voice acting could potentially screw up the game. So there's also newspaper clippings that pop up around your house every once in a while, and it's just like what the police are thinking is happening, so I'm fairly sure your character's insane. Okay, Don from Hotel Blue. What do you need me to do? Your receptionist went home. That's terrible. I'll have to deal with those VIPs for you. So yeah, the game is brilliant, to be honest. Like, I'm really enjoying it. It's creepy, and yeah, the lack of voice acting I think really does add to the game. Because say they added a voice in and it just didn't suit it, which there's always potential that it'll happen. It could remove that weirdness. And also, when people create their own voices in their head, it can be funny as. Okay, so there's a lot of guns there. Person on the toilet. What a terrible way to die. Knifed while on the toilet. Grab a gun. And that is a room filled with enemies. Okay. Just a bit of spray and pray. Throw the gun into the room. And you get points for combos. So I got 4 guys in a row then. Got some extra points. That gun's empty. There is one more there. Hopefully he doesn't have it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Any secrets around here? Pick up any of this? Nope. Oh, that gun's empty. Uzis. Uzis are cool. And the character takes a power stance. He's standing there. He's ready to spray his Uzi at people. Oh, dead. So yeah, generous checkpointing, which is good because... There we go. Because sometimes things are actually a bit annoying to do. Let's try this. There's an arrow on this window. I might keep that gun. No. Oh, couldn't take the gun. Okay. And... what? There's that creepy cleaner from my apartment, I guess. Now, there are windows in this game, and I'm fairly sure you can shoot through most of them. There is clipping issues, as you can see here, but if I shoot, I'm fairly sure it won't, let's just take him out. I'm fairly sure it won't actually go through the wall. Let's give it a go. Yeah, no, the windows aren't there. And if my gun's through the wall, it doesn't necessarily shoot through the wall like that. It shoots into the wall. So I'm fairly sure the shots center on your character, not on the gun. Which is probably a good thing, so you can't do that clipping. Damn it. Alright, I'm just going to go with a straight front-on assault this time. And miss the first guy. There we go, got them both. So, as you can see here, this is an example of some enemies being really dumb. Like, that guy on the left, he don't care. 4 of his friends, well, I assume friends, maybe he doesn't like them, who knows. But 4 of them have just been gunned down, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna maintain my post. That poor guy on the toilet. Alright, so let's get out of here. So yeah, the sound in this game... ooh, achievement, yay! The sound in this game is quite good. It's quite minimalistic though. The weapon sounds remind me of some older games like Doom or Quake in some respect. And the music isn't over the top, so the music is pretty good. So just, if you listen now, like it's kind of the game complete music, yeah. It's got like a nice vibe to it. And there's been some quite mysterious kind of music, I guess. Alright. So yeah. Kinda just go visit him after every mission for my payment. Alrighty. So, I think I'm probably gonna leave it here. I've shown you enough of the game, and I mean, if it is only 15 chapters, I'd rather not play through like a fifth of them straight out just to show you. So yeah, overall, this game is great. I think the mystery and just the general craziness, combined with how short and sharp the levels actually are, is a really, really good thing. So I can just jump in, play a short level if I want to. And I mean, I would have no problem replaying these levels over and over because they are fun. And if you are into the whole replayability thing, you can sit there and you can optimize how to get through and the quickest way to get the highest score kind of thing. So, yeah, and there's also a degree of replayability in unlocking all those weapons and all the masks. Because I'm fairly sure once you finish the game, you still won't have all those weapons unlocked. And masks, I honestly have no idea. But the masks, speaking of, do add to a large variety of different playstyles. Like, you can equip a different mask, and like, you could equip the fast-moving one and go full-on melee, even against guys with guns, or you could equip the one where guns spawn more frequently, so you could just go gun-heavy the whole time. Like, there are those options. And the enemies do... or, well, the ground spawns with random weapons. I'm not sure about the enemies, to be honest. I haven't really been paying attention to that. Anyway, in the UK, this game costs £6.99 and has been as low as £1.39 in sale. So if £6.99 is too high for you, wait out for a sale, because the game has gone on sale a lot, like probably 9 or 10 times since its release. Now, in the US or Australia, it's $9.99. And has been as low as $1.99 in sales. So that's both US and Australia. So I highly recommend this game if you are into fast-paced action games that do take a little bit of strategy and planning. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and or subscribe. This has been TommyJ, have a good one.